Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. His Majesty King Abdullah chaired a meeting to follow up on the government's plans and programs to improve the tourism sector. During the meeting at Al Husseiniya Palace, the King stressed the need to utilize the tourism potentials and the diverse tourist products to maximize the sector's contribution to the national economy. He also stressed the need to adopt a strategic and updated perspective for the development of tourism and to focus on the distinctive and competitive elements in the products and the tourism markets. His Majesty pointed out that medical tourism is one of the key economic areas that must grow as a real and advanced industry. Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Lina Annab said the ministry has devised a strategic plan for the years 2018 till 2022. The plan aims at, Annab said, doubling the number of tourists in the next 5 years through enhancing the competitiveness of the tourist product, training human resources and improving the quality of services for tourists. Jordan strongly denounced the ongoing Israeli violations and provocations against Al-Aqsa Mosque Al-Haram Al-Sharif, the latest of which was the storming of the holy compound by Jewish extremists under police escort. State Minister for Media Affairs Government spokesman Mohammed Al-Momani said the Jordanian embassy in Tel Aviv had lodged a protest with the Israeli Foreign Ministry expressing the kingdom's strong condemnation of such irresponsible behavior and demanding an immediate halt to these actions. Momani stressed that maintaining calm at the Haram al-Sharif comes through the respect for the existing historical and legal status and the management of the holy shrine by the Jerusalem Waqf religious authorities. The minister said that the Israeli government is held fully responsible for the safety of Al-Aqsa Mosque and the violations by extremist groups and settlers. The government strongly condemned the terrorist attacks carried out in Paris and the Indonesian city of Surabaya. 3 bombs that hit churches in Indonesia's second largest city, Surabaya, have killed 9 and wounded 41. Those that carried the attack were a family of 6, the father, the mother, 2 daughters aged 9 and 12, and 2 sons aged 16 and 18. The Paris attack, meanwhile, was the result of a terrorist stabbing a group of people, killing 1 and injuring 4. The attacker, a naturalized Frenchman born in Chechnya, was shot dead by police. Minister of State for Media Affairs Mohammed Momani said the government condemns these cowardly terrorist acts and noted targeting places of worship is an offense that contravenes all religious values and principles. Momani extended condolences to the French and Indonesian governments and to families of the victims and wished the wounded a speedy recovery. Minister of State for Media Affairs Government spokesman Mohammed Momani met with media spokespersons and was briefed on the latest policies and plans for the national arena. Momani stressed the importance of coordination and cooperation with media organizations by providing them with information which should then reach the public in a transparent manner. He urged taking initiatives and providing media outlets with information on services extended to citizens. He used the draft income tax law as an example, stressing the need to clarify the facts related to the bill in order to block false reports pertaining to it. To Syria, where the evacuation process of rebels and their families from the countrysides of Hims and Hama continues. Several towns, including Izz-ad-Din and Al-Qantara, have recently joined the evacuation agreement. And with the relocation of those from the Nusra Front and the Ahrar al-Sham movement, the total number of people who have registered to leave is now 30,000. The evacuation deal was reached between the rebels and the Syrian government on May 1st under the mediation of Russia and aims at curbing more fighting. Daesh terrorist group claimed responsibility for the multiple blasts that hit the eastern Afghan city of Jalalabad that killed 15 people and wounded 42 others. The attack began when one attacker blew himself up at the entrance of the finance directorate in the center of the city, allowing gunmen to enter. 6 attackers armed with machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades rushed the building and more explosives were heard. Afghan forces battled the terrorists for several hours before killing them all. Grab your checkbooks as the historically important Farnese blue diamond, which was passed down through European royal families for some 300 years, is to go on sale for the first time next month at Sotheby's. Expected to fetch between $3.7 and $5.3 million, the 6.16 carat dark grey blue stone was first given to Elizabeth Farnese, daughter of the Duke of Parma, in 1715 when she married Philip V of Spain. It was passed down through more than 7 generations, and as their descendants married into other European families, it traveled from Spain to France, Italy and Austria. The stone will appear in Sotheby's Geneva jewelry sale on Tuesday. To sports, Liverpool hammered Brighton 4-0 in their final game of the Premier League season to finish 4th and qualify for next season's Champions League. And that's not all. Mohamed Salah crowned a superb season with a new scoring record. The 25-year-old Egyptian struck in the 26th minute to give his side the lead and become the first player to score 32 goals in a 38-game Premier League season. Mo Salah was presented with a Golden Boot award after the game. Now awaiting Liverpool is the Champions League final against Real Madrid. You just gotta love him. And finally, for a quick look at the weather. A slight rise in temperature is expected with a weak chance for showers in the northern regions in the morning hours. Temperatures in the capital, Amman, tomorrow will reach a high of 24 degrees Celsius, dropping down to 13 at night. While in the Gulf of Aqaba, relatively hot conditions prevail with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 19. And with this, we come to the end of this edition of the news. I'm Alia Tuqan. Thank you for joining us and have a good night.